Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to please stand. I'm pleased to introduce a representative of grade 11, Class Marshall, member of the music program here at West Boylston, Lucy Fair. Lucy will lead us in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Lucy. Welcome all to the 68th annual commencement exercises for West Boylston Middle High School. At this time, it's an honor to introduce to you the president of the class of 2025. Please welcome Matthew Breen.
Good evening. Family, friends, teachers, members of the school committee, and the wider West Boylston community, and most of all, to the graduating class of 2025. It is my honor and pleasure not only to be with you all tonight, but to celebrate the incredible accomplishments of the peers to my right. Over the past few weeks, I spent many nights wondering what I should write about for tonight. You might think that having addressed this class for the past 3 years would have improved my speech writing abilities. Unfortunately, Cliff Notes about our next fundraiser don't help much in a situation like this. Standing here tonight, the emotion in the room and among the graduating class is exactly what you'd expect. Excitement, joy, relief, and of course, a healthy dose of anxiety and uncertainty about the future. In just a few short months, the students sitting on these bleachers will be off on their next adventures. Whether it's pursuing higher education, entering the workforce, or serving in the armed forces, their near future holds immense promise, as well as countless firsts. This sense of change and new beginnings is what ultimately inspired the speech I'm delivering tonight. I believe it's equally important to reflect on how the past has shaped who we are and how the present moment will continue to shape our futures. In the fall of 2012, the class seated here tonight walked into Major Edwards for the first time. Elementary school became a series of firsts. Not just our first lessons in arithmetic, sentence structure, the voyage of the Pilgrims, or the rock and water cycles, but also the foundation of who we are. It was the first time many of us met the people who would go on to become, up to this point anyway, lifelong friends. For some, it was the first time spending most of the day away from home. It was the first time we had to solve problems independently, sometimes without anyone to guide us. It was also, for me personally, the first time I experienced true stress when I broke a button off my wax museum costume the morning of the show, forcing my mom to have to sew it back on. Sorry, Mom. But most importantly, at the end of kindergarten, the class of 2025 watched the class of 2013 walk through the hallways as graduates that May. I don't think any of us imagined ourselves in their place one day, but here we are. The move across the street to 6th grade brought familiar faces and more firsts. Middle school taught us algebra, ancient civilizations, and prized works of literature. And perhaps most importantly, it taught us how to block out the memories of those educational puberty videos in health class. But middle school didn't just bring us more academics. The lockdown during COVID-19 was the first time our world, and by extension our own lives, were turned upside down. For the first time, we attended classes through computer screens. We could no longer see our friends whenever we wanted. 8th grade became a blur of rotating schedules, masks, and being forced to remain 6 feet apart, at a time when we needed each other the most. Despite these indescribable challenges, the faces you see here tonight never gave up. We persevered, we stayed committed. We maintained our integrity at a time when the world was lost in chaos. Without that dedication, we might not be here tonight. That was our first real challenge, and we overcame it with flying colors. High school brought even more firsts. We took college-level courses. We discovered our interests. We learned chemistry, calculus, the fine arts, and Shakespeare, of whom I was never a fan. You can ask any of my English teachers. High school also gave us a new sense of self. Many of us got our first jobs, our first relationships, and our first real sense of independence. And while that freedom was exciting, it also brought new fears, new pressures, and a greater sense of the unknown. This brings me to the main point of my speech tonight. For those of you who have been keeping count, I've listed about 25 firsts in the past few minutes, be it academic or personality-wise. They might seem small to some, but there are still 25 of them. To the class of 2025, pause tonight and reflect on all the firsts you've already accomplished, without even realizing it. When someone asks you to take that first step into something new, remember, you're already 25 steps in, and nobody can take that away from you. You've already proven you can get back up after being knocked down. So, with that in mind, I implore you, when you're far beyond the walls of this building, whether you're starting a business, designing a prosthetic, or saving lives as a cardiologist, don't wait to capture that next first. Instead of letting the fear of failure stop you from trying something new, ask yourselves, what is something others won't do that you can, that will make you remembered 100 years from today? What is going to make you the first? I'll leave you with a quote from a small-town Missouri boy who grew up a class clown, had a job as a paperboy making a few cents a day, and dreamed of drawing cartoons. He once said, "The way to get started is to quit talking and begin doing." You might know that young paperboy better as Walt Disney. To everyone on these bleachers tonight, you have an amazing story to tell. And if you're worried about writing that first sentence, remember, you're finishing the last page of your 3rd chapter tonight. The question now becomes, what will you write next? Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. As always, well done. I'm now pleased to introduce to all of you the valedictorian of the class of 2025. Please welcome Jack Smith.
Good evening, parents, family, friends, administrators, teachers, and most importantly, the class of 2025. I'm honored to stand before you as your valedictorian. When I first sat down to write this speech, I didn't know where to start, so naturally, I turned to Google. According to the internet, the ideal valedictorian speech includes some mix of gratitude to God, thanks to parents, a reminder that grades don't define us, a comment on how money isn't everything, a reflection on wisdom versus worldly knowledge, and a dramatic proclamation of life's grand purpose. Well, this won't be that speech. This speech does something different. Not because those things aren't important, they are, but rather because we've never been a class that follows the blueprint. We've always chosen to do things our own way, sometimes with strategy and careful thought, sometimes with spontaneity and spirited impulse, but always with heart. We've never been about fitting a mold, we've been about breaking expectations. And breaking expectations is something we've done quite well. We're a small school, and within it, we're one of the smallest graduating classes. But time and time again, we've shown that size doesn't determine strength, and we always rise up to the challenge. We've had a long road of early mornings, late night study sessions, and an immense number of reminders to check Google Classroom. Let's take a second to appreciate how far we've come. Many of us have been together since preschool. We've survived elementary school field days, middle school drama, the emotional kind and the theater kind, and 4 years of high school with the same faces we've known since before we knew how to properly hold a pencil. We've built friendships that feel more like family inside a school that feels more like a second home. In the realm of academics, breaking expectations means redefining what success looks like and who is capable of achieving it. As students, we've encountered moments when our potential was underestimated, yet time and time again, we've demonstrated that intellectual growth is not determined by external perceptions, but by internal drive, discipline, curiosity, a refusal to give up, and a constant will to endure. We've proven that critical thinking, academic excellence, and innovation can emerge from any classroom, no matter how small, when students are empowered to rise beyond the limits others may place on them. In doing so, we haven't just met expectations, we've rewritten them. Let's talk about football for a moment. Some of our most defining memories as a class came under stadium lights, a term that I use loosely when talking about our home field and more properly in our playoff runs. We're a small school, I won't deny that fact, but people assumed that meant we couldn't break the mold. To quote Coach Dutch, who was our offensive and defensive line coach, Carver and Randolph were the darlings of Eastern Mass and the Boston Globe. Well, you can ask Carver and Randolph how that turned out if you want, but we have the rings to show that we broke the expectation there. What we built here at West Boylston isn't just a winning streak, it's a legacy. One forged through grit, teamwork, and Friday nights where the whole town showed up in blue and black, win or lose, although there weren't many losses and lots of games fell over by halftime. But it wasn't just on the field where we shined. It was in classrooms, on stage, in art rooms, at band concerts, and on teams that never made headlines but meant everything to the people on them. Our victories came in many forms, some with trophies, some just with that quiet pride of trying our best and pushing through, though always breaking expectations. Now the question we've been asked 100 times, what's next? Some of us are headed to college, some to careers, some to the military, some are still figuring it out, and that's okay. Life doesn't come with a map, and success doesn't come with a deadline. What we do have is a foundation built right here in West Boylston, a place that taught us how to show up, work hard, care deeply, and always set out to break expectations. It wouldn't be right if I did not thank every teacher and staff member who helped me and many of my classmates along our academic journeys, from Mrs. Menendez in 3rd grade to Mr. Walker making math more bearable as Skittles, Mr. Turner with our library talks and my constant effort to relate every bell ringer to the economy, Mrs. Barter for helping my math SAT score and terrifying us with complex problems in 3D shapes on a flat piece of paper, although they usually made sense in the end, Mr. Olson for support and teaching me how to sacrifice a gummy bear and what chemicals are most dangerous and explosive, Mrs. LaRoche for never saying no to my crazy schedule ideas, and Miss Wenth, who challenged me more in my writing than I ever have been challenged before, and led us all through the confusing journey that was the Odyssey. You can ask Matt about that one too if you want. Because of the staff at West Boylston, I have achieved my dreams, just like many of my peers who stand beside me today. So, as we leave West Boylston High School, our home for the past 4 years, we carry with us more than just diplomas. We carry the lessons, the laughter, and the legacy of a class that defined what it meant to break expectations. As we stand on the edge of what comes next, I want to leave you with this. We've already defied the odds, now let's go out and do it again. Congratulations, class of 2025. Let's go make our mark, because if anyone knows how to do it, it's us.
Thank you, Jack. Well done. Now we will welcome to the podium the salutatorian of the class of 2025. Please welcome Anush Panikian.
Good evening, friends, family, and graduates of the class of 2025. My name is Anush Panikian, and I am so honored to have the chance to speak to you all tonight. I have also been honored this past week to debut my new hair, which is blonde and pink. If you've known me for a long time, you know that this is far from my first time coloring my hair, and with summer coming up, I wanted to take inspiration for my new look from a longtime personal role model, Barbie. Specifically from Barbie Mermaid Tale, a classic, though my favorite is Barbie Diamond Castle. Last Saturday night, as I was holding tinfoil against my head and reflecting on how I was putting bleach on my scalp instead of writing this speech, I started imagining what I'd look like in my cap and gown. And for a second, I thought, what am I doing? Nobody's gonna take me seriously when I'm up there talking if my hair looks like this. They'll think, why'd you do that? It looked fine before. Then I remembered that most of my peers and teachers can see past a person's appearance, and nobody really cares all that much, but the feeling of being scrutinized, even potentially, lingered. I think that for everyone, but especially teenagers, it can be really hard to find the confidence to express yourself how you want to without worrying what people will think of you, and especially how you look based on those changes and choices. I've worked very hard to have people take me seriously, and I want people to take me just as seriously as someone who expresses themselves in a more typical fashion. It's the same thing I wanted when I shaved my head, when I wore crazy earrings to school, and it's the same now that I want a little pink in my hair. Another thing I think is really interesting is this phenomenon in films and TV shows where characters, especially teen girls, will dye their hair pink in an edgy or rebellious way, possibly during a major life change. Think Lady Bird, Ramona Flowers, Roy Gilmore. It's interesting because we don't see these characters being professional or taken seriously with these hair colors. In film, the hair dyeing is usually tied to some degree of instability and teenage impulsivity. But none of these characters were my inspiration for my own hair. Rather, I had in mind the epitome of not taken seriously, Barbie. Barbie is like Elle Woods before there was Elle Woods. Barbie is the beauty standard, but she is notably not a dumb blonde. In fact, Barbie's had over 250 careers, ranging from chef to ballerina to surgeon and wildlife conservationist. Most of her careers require some level of higher education. Many require doctoral and professional degrees. Most of her careers require some level of higher education in that regard. Barbie gives little girls hope that they really can be anything. She also gives us doubt and hesitation and fear of judgment. Because even though she is a model of confidence and professional success, and her dolls have been representing different careers since the 1950s, that's not what people know her for. While Barbie herself tells girls that we can be anything, Barbie's reception tells us that no matter how successful we are, our looks will always be important to our reputation than our character. So how do we change that? For starters, I think we should all watch more Barbie movies. Barbie is a great friend, sibling, partner, and student. Without Barbie movies, I would have never found my passion for writing and drawing as soon as I did. I also believe the more recent Barbie movie has had a lot of important commentary on how women are devalued in a patriarchy, and their accomplishments written off because they are judged by beauty and not brains. But the message I love most of all in the Barbie movies is that you can have both beauty and brains, and you can care about both, and your own self-expression, especially femininity, can never dictate who you are on the inside. Even though many of us have known each other for a long time, it can be so scary to change anything about your outside appearance, especially in such a small community, and especially as a woman. We are told directly and implicitly our whole lives that our looks determine who we are, It determined the cliques we formed and perceived social statuses, and those separations can lock you into one form of expression. We fear breaking people's expectations because our appearances are so inextricably linked to the way we are perceived, and we don't want people to perceive us differently. If none of you ever think about Barbie after this day, I want you to at least carry her message with you. Barbie is the most successful fictional woman in the world, and she's not afraid to be feminine, to be emotional, to have pink streaks in her hair, to be strong and smart and compassionate. That reality doesn't have to stay fiction, and it doesn't apply only to women. When you walk out of these doors today, you will enter a new stage of your life. The cliques you were in, your success in high school, and the way you looked today will be irrelevant tomorrow. That can be a terrifying feeling because it's new and it's uncomfortable, but it's also freeing. Tomorrow you can be anyone, and you don't have to be afraid of judgment. If we want to stop having to prove our character after people judge us for our appearances, we have to start expressing ourselves now. Today, we are all graduate Barbie, but tomorrow, we are just ourselves. Don't be afraid to be unique. Don't trap yourself in a box like a plastic doll, and take charge in forging your own path to success. I mean, if Barbie did it 250 times, how hard can it be? Thank you.
Thank you, Ani. Now, please welcome the honors graduate for the class of 2025, Michaela DeMartin.
"4,770 miles in 14 hours is what my parents endured on a crammed piece of metal flying through the sky. They began something new just as their lives were beginning themselves, my mom being 16 and my dad 18. They learned a new language, worked throughout high school, helped my grandparents pay bills, and just barely passed school. Well, actually, my dad dropped out. Sorry, Dad. But the important part is that they made something of their lives. They survived on my dad's $300 paycheck and the coins hidden in the crevices of the couch, not because they were budgeting, but out of pure necessity. We lived in a small house and didn't have iPads or iPhones when everyone had them. My brother and I even shared a room for some years. Yet, there was not one day that the table didn't have food on it, where the TV turned off because we couldn't pay the bills, or where we didn't have parents to run to when we scraped our knees outside. Everything I have ever done so far has been for my parents and family. For them, I am forever grateful. Because of them, I know life is hard, but with hard work and support, you can get through anything. My parents made it crystal clear that I needed to study hard. They hadn't worked their butts off for nothing. They didn't know much about college, but they knew about scholarships. And boy, they made me aware of it. I even wrote, and I quote, "I wish to get a scholarship," in my 5th grade letter to my future self. They didn't express much emotion when I would come home with the hundreds on spelling tests, and I don't think they cared much to check my grades in high school. Instead, they asked me, and I answered honestly. Today, I know they didn't check because they trusted that they had taught me right and that I would live up to their standards the best I could. And maybe because they may have forgotten the login. As much as it sounds like they put too much pressure on me throughout school and that I just want to be done, I would do it again in a heartbeat if it meant they were proud of me. Now we are graduating, something that seemed so far in the future and something we longed for since we were young. Everyone knows that as a child you say, "I can't wait to be 16. I can't wait to drive. I can't wait to graduate." And now, as adults, you say, "Ugh, I can't wait to retire." I would do anything to go back to the age where I only wished. I think I can say the same for the students in the stands. This moment is surreal. That diploma we will be handed is proof of our dedication and perseverance, and for that, I want to say congratulations to every student here. If there was something this year has shown me, it was that we are all capable of doing great things no matter what we have going on outside of school. So, whether you are going to college, the workforce, or the military, I want to wish you good luck. I know that people may have doubted us. Throughout elementary school, teachers were warned about our grade, maybe even up until high school. How about that? How harmful do these kids look? Well, let me tell you. Administration bolted the boys' bathroom window shut because glue sticks and toilet paper were being thrown at teachers' cars. Yeah, that was us. Who knew little boys could be such monsters? The girls weren't innocent either. We all got called into the hallway and we were told we're awful and mean to each other. I'll just say it ended in a lot of crying. Kids in our grade taunted bus drivers and substitute teachers, sometimes making them question their life choices. In middle school, the toilets were flooded and there was another mean girl crisis. That had the class of 2025 written all over it. While the teachers and staff hated us, at least we have good stories to tell our kids, right? Luckily, we have come a long way from lectures and punishments, but of course, we still have our moments. But every single person sitting in those stands has grown and flourished as a person and academically, thanks to our teachers and staff. This year, we have all stressed about college applications, sports, money, jobs, friends, and more. I know that everyone here is anxious. But right now, I encourage you to slow down and take a deep breath in and out. Remember all the good times you had with your friends. Reflect on how we have grown and changed during the past 4 years. Think of how the end of senior year was filled with joy and hope for the future. As we continue in life, I hope that when we see each other in public, we will smile politely and say hi and replay all the bittersweet memories. I hope that when you have kids or nieces and nephews and even grandkids, you tell them about us, the class of 2025. Our class is the biggest symbol of hope. Even when things seem to fall through, we find a way to make a comeback. In the end, we were all in it together, and deep down in our hearts, we know that we will always keep a piece of WB close to us. Thank you, and congratulations again.
Thank you so much, Michaela. We're going to take a pause now, and we're going to have a little bit of relaxation and music and celebration. We heard some wonderful words from some incredible students and incredible people, and now that they would like to share their class song with you. So as they stand and let the music move them, please feel free to let the music move you as well.
Told me, babe, that someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
I was thinking about the band, I was thinking about the fans. We were underground, loading merch in that 12-passenger van, in a small club in Minnesota, and the snow outside of First Ave. I just wanted my name and a star. Now look at where we at, still growing up, still growing up. I would lay in my bed and dream about what I've become. Couldn't wait to get older, couldn't wait to be some. Now that I'm here, wishing I was still young, those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that blast first. Wish I made it to homecoming, got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would've gotten out of my show. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't have worried about what other people thought and felt comfortable with myself. Rooftop open, and the stars above. Moment frozen, sneaking out and falling in love. Me, you, and that futon, we just begun. On the grass dreaming, figuring out who I was. Those good old days.
I wish somebody would've told me, babe, that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. 'Cause someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Never thought we'd get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe you always look back and think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I've been missing what it's about. Been scared of the future, thinking about the past while missing out on now. We've come so far. I guess I'm proud, and I ain't worried about the wrinkles around my smile. I got some scars. I've been around. I felt some pain. I've seen some things, but I'm here now. Those good old days.
You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. I wish somebody would've told me, babe, someday these will be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your whole life's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
All right. Yep. Class of 2025, going out with a bang. Oh, that was fun. They didn't want to move in rehearsal. We rehearsed that, and they just sat there like, I'm not getting up. What are you going to do? And then the music moved them. That was fantastic. Good job, you guys. Now we have to get back to the serious words and solemn speeches. But first, I'd like to invite a representative and close friend to the class of 2025, our school committee member, Mr. Jason Ponticelli, who would like to say a few words to the class.
Woo. Good evening, parents, caregivers, families, distinguished guests, Mr. Maher, Mrs. Smith, Mr. Fournier, school committee members, select board members, anybody else I might be forgetting, Erland. But most importantly, what's good, class of 2025? My name is Jason Ponticelli, Sr., and I've had the honor of serving this town for the last 9 years on the school committee. For the last 21, I've been a middle school civics teacher in a nearby district, so I'm a lot like Mr. Turner, but shorter, not as handsome, less hair, but we both like to talk. I've been some of your Little League coaches. I've been your softball coaches. I've been fans at your basketball games, your softball games, your baseball games, definitely your football games. I'm the third loudest behind Bob Jameson and Steve Armstrong. See? But my most important and my favorite role is being the exceptionally proud father of 2 West Boylston High School students. Check that, check that. 1 West Boylston High School student and 1 soon-to-be graduate of West Boylston High School. Speaking of which, I'll be selling my kidney in the parking lot after this to pay for tuition for next year if there's any buyers. Listen, this day has been a long time coming for everybody. To parents, caregivers, and families here in attendance, whether this is your first rodeo or you've already had kids graduate high school, this is a day that we have legitimately dreamt about. Today is a dream, right? How the heck did we get here? It is surreal. Albeit early, I remember dropping my graduate off at pre-K orientation. I remember that first bus trip. I might have remembered some tears about homework. I definitely remembered congratulatory trips to Rhoda Springs after a good report card. Those are my favorite. It was like a gift that gave back, right? Listen, I remember all those milestones like they were yesterday. So parents, caregivers, families, again, this is so surreal. I don't know how we got here. But what I do know is that it was your unconditional love and guidance that got these phenomenal young adults to this point right here. And no doubt, I'm sure they would agree they couldn't have done it without you. Graduates, give them a round of applause. The best decision my family ever made was moving to this town 10 years ago. Small town, big heart, baby. We chose WB over neighboring districts because we didn't want our kids to fall through the cracks of these larger districts, right? Just be another number. That doesn't happen here in WB. Everybody in this gym can attest. That does not happen here. West Boylston Public Schools has provided you guys with opportunities that you've ran with. West Boylston faculty and staff, you guys helped raise our kids. Can everybody give these guys a round of applause? The tireless efforts. Thank you. Now, as a fellow educator, I know the unique and special gift of being just a page in the chapter of these guys' lives. I mean, it is why we do it, right? It really is. And so we got 2 weeks, though, until summer vacation. Let's do this, right? Let's get there. But again, thank you, sincerely, thank you. And finally, graduates of the class of 2025, vibe check. You good? Psh, listen, when Fournier asked me to speak at this graduation, I thought it was straight cap. And he's like, no, I high-key want you to, no cap. And I was like, bet. So I dabbed my boy Chris up, right? But then I started sweating it, because I knew this could not be mid. I had to cook. This had to be bussin'. But low-key, this is something I've dreamt about for a long, long time. I was really hoping that this would come off as goated and not cringe, right? I just wanted this to be fire. I wanted this speech to be a vibe. I needed to cook. I needed them aura points. But in all seriousness, listen, for real, the message I want to give you guys tonight is to take chances. This is what I'm doing right now. I'm taking a chance. Do your best to live life with no regrets. There's a country artist named Cody Johnson who has a really awesome song named Till You Can't. And part of the chorus goes, if you have a chance, take it. Take it while you have a chance. If you got a dream, chase it, because that dream won't chase you back. So class of 2025, take chances, chase dreams. Even if those chances could result in you falling flat on your face, even if those chances could result in you looking like an idiot in front of hundreds of people in a gym on a hot May night at your son's graduation. This is why, for all these years, your teachers really wanted you to raise your hand in class, right? Try answering that question. Who cares if you answered it wrong? You took a chance. You may have maybe inspired somebody else to do something similar. Life is a series of chances. And yeah, some of those chances work out, and some you might regret. 30 years ago, I was my junior class president in high school. And I purposely did not run for re-election because I was deathly afraid of speaking at graduation. I mean, deathly afraid. And so I ran for senior class vice president and served in that role proudly. But I still regretted it. I remember all throughout senior year having vivid dreams of me speaking at graduation and obviously killing it. But every time I woke up and I felt that regret. I remember sitting just like you're sitting through my high school graduation and listening to my senior class president's speech, which wasn't even close to Matthew's. You killed it, dude. Good job. But I remember listening to her speech and feeling that regret. been 29 years of regret. But here I stand before you, an example that no matter we might make some decisions that lead to regret, it is never too late to rectify that, to make amends, to chase those dreams. Class of 2025, as a father, as a friend, as a coach, as a cheer dad, as a school committee member, I can speak for everybody here by saying we are exceptionally proud of you all. All of us dreamt about this day. You guys are our dream. Congratulations. You guys cooked. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Ponticelli. Next, I would like to introduce the school committee chair who would like to address the graduates and our distinguished guests. Please welcome Mr. James Pedoni.
Thank you, everybody. I knew when Mr. Ponticelli was going to be speaking that it was going to be a very, very tough act to follow. So I'm going to do my best, and I'm just going to stick to the material. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, faculty, parents, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2025. As a school committee chair and parent of a graduate, it is my distinct honor to stand before you today on this monumental occasion. Today we gather to celebrate a significant milestone in your lives, your high school graduation. This day marks the culmination of years of hard work, dedication, and growth. Each of you should be incredibly proud of what you have accomplished. It has been my great honor and privilege to have watched the majority of these graduates grow from the time they were in kindergarten. I've been fortunate to be part of many concerts at Major Edwards, along with other events like the Wax Museum and end-of-year events, to name a few. I remember you moving up to middle school. We were both nervous and excited, at the same time anxiously awaiting your nickname for Mr. Walker. Continuing to high school, the plays, concerts, sporting events, homecoming, proms, etc., all leading up to this day, graduation. The world you are stepping into, constantly evolving. The technological advancements, societal shifts, and global challenges we face today are unlike any seen before. However, I'm confident that you, the graduates of 2025, are uniquely equipped to meet these challenges head-on. Throughout your high school journey, you have demonstrated adaptability, creativity, and a profound sense of community, qualities that will serve you well in years to come. This reminds me of a story when I was taking a high school math class in this very building. A fellow classmate asked the teacher, "When am I ever going to use this later in life?" A question I'm sure many have asked. The teacher's response was simple. Not only are you learning problem-solving skills, but you will not always have a calculator on you. Enter the cell phone. I mention this to bring up one simple point. We're on the verge of a technological transformation with AI. Keep in mind, AI is only as good as the data it is provided. Without human thought and creativity, AI might not be relevant at all. We still need human thought and creativity to drive output of AI. I hope in 25 to 30 years from now, that's not the same statement equivalent to the calculator. Your journey ahead will undoubtedly be filled with new opportunities and challenges. Embrace them with the same vigor and determination that brought you to this moment. Remember to be curious, to ask questions, and to seek out knowledge. Stay true to your values. Never underestimate the power of kindness and empathy. These traits will guide you and help you build a better world for yourself and others. To the parents, teachers, mentors who have supported these graduates along the way, thank you. Your encouragement, guidance, and unwavering belief in their potential have been instrumental in their success. Today is a celebration of your efforts as well. In closing, I want to reiterate how proud we all are of the class of 2025. You have accomplished so much, and the future holds endless possibilities. Take this moment to celebrate your achievements, reflect on your journey, and look forward to the excitement and optimism. Remember to keep true to yourselves and harness your inner creativity to make this world a better place. Congratulations once again, and may you find success, fulfillment, and happiness in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Pedoni. Before I address the class, I'd just like to take a moment to recognize the leader of our school district, our superintendent. When I arrived here 10 years ago, Mr. Mahar was the principal of the elementary school. I believe the members of this class were in kindergarten at that time. This means he's been with this group of students literally from their first steps into the public schools here, through first grade, second grade, third grade, all the way through middle school, and now is here to watch them graduate as their superintendent. I wanted to thank Mr. Mahar for always being a mentor, a strong leader, and a friend. I want to congratulate him on an outstanding career and wish him the very best in his future endeavors. And I would ask the members of the class of 2025 and all who are here today to please join me in saying thank you to our superintendent, Mr. Richard Mahar.
Good evening, everyone. This is unexpected. Obviously, I've been with this class for 12 years. It's been an amazing journey. I do owe the boys an apology because I did ask for that fifth grade bathroom window to be locked and secured after missiles were being launched out by the dumpster. Numerous cars being hit. So a long time ago, but that is a true story. So it's been a real privilege to see this class grow and succeed. Classrooms, on the athletic fields, on the stage. It's really been an honor. And someone was asked if I was going to shed a tear tonight, as it was my last graduation, and I said absolutely not, and I'm shedding a tear now. Congratulations. Have a wonderful evening.
Thank you. West Boylston faculty, Superintendent Mahar, respected members of our school committee, the select board and town management, West Boylston alumni, friends, families, and of course, the members of the class of 2025. Welcome all of you to the 68th graduation exercises for West Boylston High School. It is a tremendous honor to have you all here tonight to join us in celebrating this commencement with our senior class. I'd first like to thank our graduation coordinator, Mrs. Kim Ilario, for all of her hard work to make tonight and every West Boylston graduation a special event. Thank you so much, Kim. I'd also like to thank our scholarship coordinator, Mrs. Marie Johnson, for her many months of hard work putting scholarships and awards together on behalf of the class of 2025. And on behalf of the members of the class, I'd like to give a special thank you to our amazing guidance team of Mrs. LaRoche and Mrs. Carlson for all the care and guidance of this 52 young men and women throughout middle school and high school that have led up to this very moment. Thank you so much, Mrs. LaRoche and Mrs. Carlson. And lastly, I'd like to thank our assistant principal, athletic director, and mother of our class valedictorian. I'd like to thank Mrs. Amy Smith for all of her leadership. It's a privilege to stand before you and recognize the completion of high school for every member of this class. This education will prepare them for life beyond these doors. For many of you, your future holds further study in colleges and universities. For some of you, you've made the decision to serve your country in the Navy. For others, This is the beginning of your life as a working, contributing member of society. The class of 2025, as you have heard, may be small in their number, but they are immense in their impact on our school. I actually remember standing in this very gym during their freshman year, during their first class meeting. And at that time, it was unclear who would emerge as the leaders of this class. There was a reluctance to step forward. Nobody wanted to run for class office. They weren't sure if they wanted to serve on the student council, and they definitely did not want to speak on behalf of their class. They were young, anxious freshmen who were a bit shy about jumping into the deep end of the high school pool, so to speak. But this hesitation did not last. By our second class meeting, they started to find the courage to stand up and speak up and to have a voice as the freshman class of West Boylston Middle High School. And since then, through many, many class meetings and elections and assemblies, a group of very impressive leaders has emerged. And when I look at the faces sitting in the chairs here on this graduation platform, I'm actually blown away by the number and the quality of leaders among you. You have been leaders in the classroom, leaders on your sports teams, on the stage, in your class office positions, in the student council, in your jobs in the community, and most of all, you've been a strong example for the younger grades in our school, mostly. You've grown more, honestly, you have grown more than any class that I can remember from your freshman year to your senior year of high school. And I thank you for the gift of this growth and leadership. Members of the class of 2025, many of you have been in West Boylston Public Schools for your entire school career, from preschool through high school. Some of you have joined us through school choice or moved to town at some point within the past 12 years. And I want to say that we are grateful to have all of you as part of this community. You are leaving a lasting impression on our school, a legacy of strong leadership, of thoughtful ideas, creative works of art, outstanding performances that have left our school a better place in the year 2025. And I ask that you please make this your goal in your lives, to go and leave every place better than when you found it. As you've completed high school, please remember to thank your teachers and your parents, your coaches, your directors, your advisors, the adults that have shared knowledge with you and that have helped to shape your understanding of the world, and who have taught you the importance of hard work and never giving up. Members of the class of 2025, it has been a pleasure to attend your concerts, your theater performances and art shows, your athletic contests, your ceremonies, dances, fundraisers. All of those things over the years have been a tremendous gift to me. Your senior week has been memorable with breakfasts and cookouts, trips to amusement parks. Last night's senior night might have been the best I've experienced in 10 years. So as we gather one last time, as a class and as a community, we're here to celebrate you. Because soon you will venture off and you will face new challenges and make new friends and begin the next part of your life's journey. Members of the class of 2025, you've persevered and prospered during the past 4 years of high school. You have gained acceptance into many wonderful colleges and universities, and you have plans to continue to work hard to accomplish your career goals. Your generosity and determination, your innovation, your respect, and the many talents that you have been an inspiration to all of us. The 52 of you represent the very best of what West Boylston has to offer. And so today, not only do we celebrate what you have done, but we look forward to celebrating what you will do in the days to come. Every one of us here today has had the pleasure to watch you grow to become the caring and impressive young people that you are today. Everyone here in this gym believes in you. Now go out there and continue writing your story. And when you do, as your class president said, carry a small piece of this place with you. Keep it in your heart as you face all of life's challenges. Face those challenges with strength, with dignity, and with the courage of a lion. Thank you, class of 2025, and God bless you. I now will invite our Assistant Principal, Amy Smith, to join me as we present scholarships and awards to the members of the class of 2025. When we call your name, we ask you please stand and come forward so we can present you with your award. Jillian Alstrom. Jillian is the recipient of the Matthew John Phillips Foundation Scholarship, the West Boylston High School Student Council Scholarship, the Mary Ellen Rishnick Memorial Scholarship, the Keith Meridian Family Scholarship, the Jeffrey O. Simonowitz Memorial Scholarship, the Independent Order of Odd Fellows Worcester Lodge No. 56 Scholarship, and the Cattell Andrisky Memorial Scholarship. Congratulations, Jillian. Class President Matthew Breen. Matt is the proud recipient of the Matthew John Phillips Foundation Award, the West Boylston High School Student Council Scholarship, and the Wachusett Area Rotary Club Scholarship Award. Congratulations, Matt. Molly Clace. Molly is receiving the West Boylston High School National Honor Society Scholarship, the Spanish Scholarship, West Boylston High School Student Council Scholarship, and the West Boylston Masonic Charity and Educational Association Scholarship Award. Congratulations, Molly. Reagan Delkus. Reagan is receiving both the Matthew John Phillips Foundation Scholarship and the American Legion Harold N. Keith Post 204 Scholarship Award. Congratulations, Reagan. Michaela DeMartin. Your mom and dad will be very proud to know that you have received the Cattell Andrisky Memorial Scholarship and the Clinton Savings Bank Scholarship. Congratulations, Michaela. Georgia DeCandia. Georgia is receiving the Elton and Kathleen Drew Scholarship for the continued study in the arts, the Sons of the American Legion Scholarship, the Emily and Leo Buchata Scholarship for Visual Arts, and the Matthew John Phillips Foundation Award. Congratulations, Georgia. Noelle Hingson. Noelle is the recipient of the very prestigious Town of West Boylston Scholarship. Congratulations, Noelle. Sophia Ho. Sophia is being awarded the Matthew John Phillips Foundation Scholarship Award. Jonathan Jameson. John is receiving the Sons of the American Legion Scholarship, the Walter C. Cranston Jr. Memorial Scholarship, and the Cattell Andrisky Memorial Scholarship Award. Congratulations, Jonathan. Sophia Johnson. Sophia is the recipient of the Matthew John Phillips Foundation Scholarship, the West Boylston Middle High School PTA Leo J. Sullivan Award, the West Boylston Youth Soccer Sean LeMay Memorial Scholarship, West Boylston's Masonic Charity and Educational Association Scholarship, the Hebert G. Maynard Education Scholarship, the Sylvester Family Memorial Scholarship Award, and the American Legion Riders Chapter 204 Allison Mae Mannion Riders Scholarship. Congrats, Sophia. Evan Joubert. Evan is the proud recipient of the American Legion Auxiliary Scholarship, the Matthew John Phillips Foundation Scholarship, and the West Boylston Masonic Charity and Education Association Award. Congratulations, Evan. Peter Kuznetsov. Peter is receiving the Matthew John Phillips Foundation Scholarship, the West Boylston Athletic Association Scholarship Scholar Athlete Award, the West Boylston High School National Honor Society Scholarship, the Independent Order of Odd Fellows, the Worcester Lodge No. 56 Scholarship, and the Cattell Andrisky Memorial Scholarship Award. Congrats, Peter. Ethan Lamb. Ethan is receiving the West Boylston Middle High School PTA Leo J. Sullivan Award, as well as the Benjamin P. Lorge Memorial Scholarship. Congratulations, Ethan. Giselle Leva Hernandez. Giselle is the recipient of the West Boylston Police Benevolent Association Scholarship and the Benjamin P. Lorge Memorial Scholarship. Congrats, Giselle. Megan Manchester. Megan is receiving the Elton and Kathleen Drew Scholarship for the continued study in the arts, as well as the American Legion Harold N. Keith Post number 204 Scholarship Award. Congratulations, Megan. Jacob Noon. Jacob is receiving the Independent Order of Odd Fellows Worcester Lodge 56 Scholarship Award. Congratulations, Jacob. Anush Panikian. Ani is receiving the Matthew John Phillips Foundation Award, as well as the International Thespian Society's Troop number 6514 Carolyn Soma Legacy Scholarship. Congrats, Ani. Sophia Padoni. Sophia is the recipient of this year's West Boylston High School Softball Scholarship. Congratulations, Sophia. Jason Ponticelli. Jason is receiving the West Boylston Teachers Association Scholarship, the West Boylston Little League Scholarship, the Sylvester Family Memorial Scholarship Award, and the American Legion Riders Chapter 204 Allison Mae Mannion Rider Scholarship. Congrats, Jason. Lila Raymond. Lila has received the American Legion Auxiliary Scholarship, the McCullough Family Scholarship for Policing, Criminal Justice, and Public Service, and the West Boylston Teachers Association Scholarship Award. Congrats, Lila. Amelia Riley. Amelia is receiving the Matthew John Phillips Foundation Award, the West Boylston Masonic Charity for Education Association, West Boylston's Athletic Association Scholarship in the form of the Scholar Athlete Award, and the West Boylston High School Scholarship for Softball. Congratulations. Vinny Sarmiento. Vinny is receiving the Matthew John Phillips Foundation Scholarship Award. Congratulations, Vin. Grace Shannon. Grace has been awarded the West Boylston Youth Soccer Sean LeMay Memorial Scholarship. Congratulations, Grace. Jack Smith. Jack is receiving the Matthew John Phillips Foundation Scholarship, the West Boylston Youth Basketball Scholarship, the West Boylston Little League Scholarship, West Boylston's Athletic Association Scholarship, the West Boylston Town Scholarship, the Wachusett Area Rotary Club Scholarship, the Kathleen Mawhinney Award from the Mawhinney chapter of the National Football Foundation, and the College Hall of Fame of America. Congratulations, Jack Smith. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for recognizing these well-deserved recipients. And at this time, I think it's the moment that they've all been waiting for. I'd like to invite the class president, Matthew Breen, to the podium, and I'd like to invite school committee member, Ms. Jennifer Breen, to present the first diploma of the class of 2025. Matthew?
Thank you. I want to thank Mr. Pedoni for allowing me to do this. Normally, this is the chair of the school committee that gets to do this. And after 15 years on the school committee, I get to go out giving my youngest son his diploma, which is an immense pleasure for me. Didn't need glasses when I joined the school committee 15 years ago, so I have 2 pair in case I need to read this. Matthew David Breen. While in high school, Matthew was a member of Student Council, NHS, and AHS, and was class president. He played varsity soccer, worked as a ski rental tech and a restaurant server. He also enjoyed Lego building as a hobby. Matthew will be attending, it's more than a hobby, Matthew will be attending Colorado State University to study civil engineering in the honors program with a possible minor in computer science. Matthew would like to thank his teachers, friends, and others who helped him through. The past 4 years have been a wild ride, and he's looking forward to the future for everyone.
I'm ready. Are you guys ready? I don't need to ask that. You guys definitely are. Jack Gregory Smith.
While in high school, Jack played football, basketball, and was on the track and field team. He was a member of the Student Council, Interact, NHS, Triumph, and National Spanish Honor Society. Jack was also an MIAA student ambassador and volunteer youth football coach. Jack will be studying government and economics at Harvard University, where he will also play football. He would like to thank Coach Dutch who believes in him, and his family for always supporting him and putting up with his insane ideas. Thank you all the teachers and staff at WB. Without them, he would not be going to Harvard.
Anush Faith Panikian.
Ani was a member of NAHS, NHS, ITS, SHS, GSA, Wellness, and Theater. Ani is thankful for all the opportunities West Boylston has given her to grow both as a student and a person. A special thank you to the arts teachers, Miss Roberts, Mr. Stefanelli, Miss Dodge, Asuki, Miss Rainville, Miss Janae, and Miss Heward. In the fall, she will be attending Vassar College majoring in English.
Michaela Duarte DeMartin.
Michaela will be studying dental hygiene on a pre-dental track at Regis College. She played basketball, was a class officer, and a student council treasurer. Michaela worked at Market Basket in Christopher Heights of Marlboro during high school. She'd like to thank her mom and dad for their endless support and her teachers, friends, and family for always being there.
Natalie Alexandra Lopez Zuniga.
Next school year, Natalie will attend Worcester State University in the nursing program. She would like to thank Mr. Wiley, Ms. Herrera, and Mrs. Cheever for getting her through school this year.
Desiree Marie Fletcher.
Next school year, Desiree will be going to Southern New Hampshire University. She thanks her family for believing in her and her friends for always being there throughout high school.
Giselle Leyva Hernandez.
While in high school, Giselle was a member of Wellness Club, Spanish Honor Society, Thespian Society, and played soccer. She plans to attend Worcester State University. Giselle thanks her friends and her family, especially her brother Miguel, and her dad for their support, and her dogs Gordo, Canella, and Princess.
Isabella Bissett.
Isabella was a member of the cheer team her freshman and sophomore year. She plans to attend nursing school and would like to give a thank you to everyone.
Ava Jacqueline Legendre.
Ava would like to thank her parents and family for their support, Miss Herrera, who got her through senior year, and her best friend Olivia for always being by her side. She worked at Bolton Orchards and Great Wolf Lodge during high school. Ava cheered for West Boylston and played softball, field hockey, and cheered while at St. Bernard's. She plans to study cosmetology at Collective Academy.
Georgia Giada DeCandia.
Georgia would like to thank their friends, family, and teachers for everything, especially Mr. Wiley, Miss Ranville, Mrs. Heward, and their cousin Bo. You are the real ones. Their support helped motivate Georgia to go into the creative field of art and follow their passions. They will be attending Mass College of Art and Design. Georgia was a member of NAHS, ITS, NHS, and drama.
Charlotte Ann LeMay.
In the fall, Charlotte will attend Quinsigamond Community College. She played tennis from freshman to senior year.
Sophia Van Ho.
In the fall, Sophia will attend UMass Amherst, studying the College of Social and Behavioral Sciences. During her high school years, she was a member of ITS and NAHS. She also worked at Darby's and had an internship at Christ Lutheran Nursery School. Sophia thanks her family and friends for their endless support.
Jason Michael Ponticelli.
Jason will be attending WPI in the fall. He was a member of school council and yearbook club. Jason thanks his family, teachers, and friends who made school a bit more bearable. He couldn't have gotten to this point without them and can't imagine going to a different high school.
Evan Robert Joubert.
In the fall, Evan will be attending Worcester State University for criminal justice. He would like to thank Mr. Fournier and all the friends he made while a student at West Boylston. Evan played soccer, tennis, and baseball, and he was also a member of the yearbook club.
Jason Dang Yuen.
Jason will be enlisting in the United States Navy. In high school, Jason participated in art club and enjoyed history. He also studied martial arts. Jason is both the quiet student and Dance Revolution guy, but happy. He thanks his mom, dad, and sister for being there, and a big thanks to his best friend in the audience. You know who you are. Thank you.
Megan Louise Manchester.
In the fall, Megan will attend Dean College for choreography with a minor in business. Megan was a part of ITS, Wellness, Spanish Honor Society, and class secretary. She'd like to thank her family for all their support and her friends for all of the memories.
Molly Carolyn Clace.
While in high school, Molly participated in competitive gymnastics and diving. She worked at the Sterling Gym and volunteered for Special Olympics. Molly was a member of NHS and president this year, student council and served on the e-board, Spanish Honor Society secretary, and NAHS. Molly thanks her parents and her brothers for always supporting her, and a special thanks to her best friends, Jesse and Liv, and also Matt Breen. In the fall, Molly will attend University of Vermont to study biomedical engineering.
Lila Ellen Raymond.
Lila will miss her friends and the memories she made at WB. She thanks her mom for being her biggest supporter and the rest of her family for always being there. Lila was a member of DECA, Interact, Student Council, a class representative, a varsity cheerleader, and captain senior year. She was also on Yearbook Club. Lila will be going to the University of Rhode Island to study psychology.
Athena May Popo.
Athena was on the cheer team freshman and sophomore year. She is going to attend Quinsigamond Community College and work in real estate. Athena will miss West Boylston and the people, but glad to be out. Thank you to all the teachers who stuck by her through the years. Love you all.
Grace Elizabeth Shannon.
While in high school, Grace was an Interact and played soccer. She will attend Quinnipiac University in the fall. Grace would like to thank her mom, dad, grandparents, and friends for supporting her all these years.
Sophia Isabella Pedoni.
While in high school, Sophia was a member of DECA, NAHS, Student Council, and Yearbook. She was also a class rep, played varsity softball, and was a varsity cheerleader. In the fall, Sophia will be attending Bryant University in the 3+1 program, majoring in international business and finance. Sophia would like to thank all her teachers. Let's go, Weibo.
Jamira Ann Jaslyn Nicholson.
During high school, Jamira was a member of the girls' basketball team. She will be going to Quinsigamond Community College. Jamira loved the support from the school through the years. She could walk in every day, and all the teachers were always willing to help her.
Ethan Tyler Lom.
While in high school, Ethan was a member of NHS, Yearbook, and Interact. He thanks the faculty, friends, and family who have supported him throughout high school. He could not have completed this milestone without them. Ethan will be attending WPI.
Alyssa Louise Lindholm.
Alyssa thanks her family and everyone who supported her throughout her school years.
Erin Alexa Hogan.
Erin would like to thank her family and friends for supporting her. She will major in radiologic technology at Quinsigamond Community College.
Vanessa Giselle Bonilla.
Next school year, Vanessa will study criminal justice at Worcester State University. She thanks her friends, her family, and friends for all the support.
Gabriella Sophia Kennedy.
Gabriella thanks her friends and family for always being by her side. Also Mrs. Carlson, Miss Herrera, and Mrs. Cheever for their support and guidance. She will study psychology at Bridgewater State University. Gabriella was a member of the cheer team freshman year.
Sophia June Johnson.
In the fall, Sophia will be majoring in elementary education and psychology in the honors program at Bridgewater State University. In high school, she played varsity soccer and basketball. Sophia was the class vice president, Spanish Honor Society president, and member of NHS, NAHS, and Wellness. She thanks her family, coaches, and teachers for supporting her. Also her friends and classmates who made it enjoyable since kindergarten.
Noelle Jolie Hinkson.
Noelle was involved in Wellness Club, Volleyball Club, and varsity basketball and soccer. She also was in PA, ITS, and worked tech for the school plays and musicals. While in high school, Noelle worked as a pharmacy technician and enjoyed ceramics. She will attend Syracuse University at the College of Arts and Sciences. Noelle thanks her family and friends for the support.
Regan Greer Dalkus.
Regan would like to thank her mom and brother for always supporting her, her friends for the love and support, her teachers, especially Miss Osborne and Mrs. Barter for pushing her, and Miss Stratton and Mrs. Franklin for allowing her to come into their classroom for internship through senior year. Regan was class treasurer, a member of NHS, National French Honor Society, and the Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership Conference. She has been a competitive dancer for 12 years. Regan will be studying early childhood education at Endicott College.
Jillian Shea Almstrom.
Jillian would like to thank her family, friends, and teachers who have pushed her to become the person she is and for believing in her. She will attend Endicott College for nursing. In high school, Jill played softball and cheered. She was a member of NAHS, NHS, French Honor Society, and Yearbook. Jillian also was a class representative and student council historian.
Amelia Ann Riley.
Amelia will be attending UConn in the fall. She was a member of NAHS and Yearbook and also played softball and cheered. Amelia would like to thank everyone who has been there throughout high school.
David Walter Egan III.
While in high school, David played football and baseball. He thanks his parents for supporting him throughout high school. David will be working as a plumber.
Nicholas Fialo.
After graduating from West Boylston, Nick plans to work full-time. He also will be going to tech school to become an auto body mechanic.
Kevin Silva Gomes.
In the future, Kevin plans to enlist in the Army. He enjoyed playing soccer with his friends while in high school. Kevin wishes to thank all of the teachers and friends from West Boylston who were very special to him during his time learning here.
Connor Jameson McCormick.
Connor will be enrolling in the Massachusetts Fire Academy after graduation and has worked at the West Boylston Fire Department.
Camden Robert Diaz.
Camden was a member of Yearbook Club and on the track team during high school. He will be attending college in the fall. He would like to say goodbye to everyone.
Jacob Dylan Noon.
In the fall, Jacob will major in public health at Worcester State University. He thanks everyone who has helped along the way.
Stephen James Simpson.
During high school, Stephen played football and baseball. He was captain of both senior year. He will be entering the workforce. Stephen thanks his friends, teachers, and coaches who have helped him along the way.
Vincent Alexander Sarmanto.
Vincent is thankful to West Boylston for all of the memories. He will be attending college. Vincent played baseball, participated in track, and was a member of yearbook club.
Evangelina Valentina Goldrick.
Evangelina thanks her dad and brother Dan for all of the support. She would also like to thank Mrs. Cheever and Ms. Herrera for always helping her. Evangelina will attend Westfield State University.
Kaim Keshav Frimpong.
Kaim thanks his coaches, teachers, and parents for building him up to the young man he is today. He will be going to school at Western New England University. Kaim played football in high school.
Gabriel Ribeiro Almeida.
Throughout high school, Gabe was an amateur boxer. He plans to attend Quinsigamond Community College. Gabe's favorite memory is the time he spent with his friends during lunch and being brand new to the school in 6th grade and not knowing anyone.
Yazir Muhammad Najjar.
While in high school, Yasser was on the basketball team for 2 years. He will always remember having fun in gym class with his friends. Yasser will be studying computer science at Quinsigamond Community College.
Jonathan Daniel Jameson.
In high school, Jonathan played football and lacrosse. He thanks Mr. Wiley for always believing in him and having his back, and also his football coaches for teaching him so much, not just on the field, but in life. Jonathan plans to attend Worcester State University studying biology.
Aiden Michael Hamilton.
Next school year, Aiden will be going to Anna Maria College, studying construction management and playing football. He played football, lacrosse, basketball, and track while at West Boylston. Aiden's favorite memory is winning 3 state championships with his friends and family.
Aiden William Mosqueda.
Aiden will attend Quinsigamond Community College for business management. He played baseball and football while at West Boylston.
Peter Myron Kuznetsov.
West Boylston has been a place of growth, support, and unforgettable memories for Peter. He thanks every teacher, coach, and friend who believes in him and helped shape who he is today. Peter was on NHS and DECA. He also played varsity soccer. In the fall, he will attend the Massachusetts College of Pharmacy and Health Sciences in Boston, majoring in pre-medical health sciences. He was also admitted to the Osteopathic Medicine Pathway Program.
Derek Jonathan Cook.
After graduating, Derek plans to take a gap year and focus on concert and sports, photography, and videography. He will take time to develop his skills and gain experience in these fields before pursuing further education or career opportunities. Derek played baseball, basketball, and football for West Boylston. He thanks his teachers and coaches for the support.
This time, would ask all the members of the class to please rise. Matt, you know what to do.
Yep.
I give you the graduating class of 2025. Congratulations.